playoff spot, or even better, clinch a playoff spot in Green Bay, where Aaron Rodgers and the Pack play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a throwback game. Perfect. Pat Shimmer. Actually, I'm going to cheat a little bit. And we're going to use New England. Because I want to see how it's going to work. I trust Pat Shurmur's plan, but pressure, force, I call the 150 passer and 0 TD. Because either this game, game 12, or game 13, if we win both games, are 12-1, we should clinch the playoffs. But
now the rain is falling. How will that affect the passing game? We're about to find out here. This is the first drive of the contest.
18 Gator. Watch that in. Watch that in.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
He's going to let this one go for Latimer. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for the Giants. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally...
we gave him a safety. Come on, guys.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The sack coming from... Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. Second quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. Now Jones. He's going to loft one. Deep left. He's got him in. Complete. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 43 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here, and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Jones now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level, that's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Looking to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Rosas puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into 4. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. Fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Rosas' kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. Remember with Rosas, there was some... This defense holding on to a slim 3-point lead here in the fourth. They need to hold on and hopefully yield no more than a field goal. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. Now Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Rodgers now to throw.
There we go.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just...
All right, it's time for this big O-line and the playmakers to take control of this game as we get down toward the end. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Let's go. 60-or.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll go to Barkley again. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants... The task for the defense here is simple. Get a stop. They've got a 1-score, 7-point. Rodgers to throw. Complete to Jones. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with remaining.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Topper. Ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Come on, set. 30 base. 2 times. 5.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about suit. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants, the streak continues as they push their mark to a...
Something knows the greatest of all time. The GOAT. Yeah, we had an interception. say got an X by our name. Alright, so it's gotta be the next game. Factory defensive. Please quickly, Ryan Conley. Lit. Alright, so we got a Y by our name, as I figured. So... well, I'm gonna try to kill some